Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. What a nightcap this could prove to be. The Niners and the Seahawks underway here in the Thanksgiving finale. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra.
Touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 19-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds here. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
They went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help with it.
And across the goal line into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Niners lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try now for Moody. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
53.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. D. Eskridge, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 now at the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Pretty move. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Steps away to his left. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up. And
he'll get in. He's over for a touchdown. Geno Smith scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Here's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's got room to roam, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Rolling to his right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trying. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. It's a solid stiff arm. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, it's Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a second and 10. Now Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Purdy from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Geno now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw is Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Purdy. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
First down, 49ers.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, trio left. Check 59, check 59, Cobra. Look. Check what's up.
Now Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Hey, the clip.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Look. Check what's up.
Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
13X. Check what's up.
Here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Smith throwing again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
49, flip it off, 49. Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
He's on his way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 75. And the 49ers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He'll buy some time right.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Smith. Escaping the pressure right.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he fields it cleanly. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
78 yards.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Seahawks 17. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Walker on first down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Smith. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now Gino on first down. Steps away.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
That's complete right around the 8. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun, here's Smith.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Here we go on 4th. Smith.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Christian McCaffrey moving inside the 20.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
87 yards.
And the Niners are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Well, what we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field. They haven't been able to get these runners down very well. I have a feeling they'll be in pads a lot next week, working on their tackling.
17. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday.
Now Geno.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Hey, here we go, hey. Here we go, sit down.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
No ball, no ball.
Back to throw, Smith.
Second down at the 14.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Isaac Yiadom picks it, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Boye Mafe got to the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 42, Seahawks 17. Mitch Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, we go, sit down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
1-yard gain brings up
Throwing now is Geno. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they will take a knee here.
Take it up. Let's go now.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they take a knee. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go, Shaq.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
13-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the 49ers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Lions and the Cowboys. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They give up the middle to Akers. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the Lions' 33-yard line.
Here's Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Throwing, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes the score 7-0.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They're led out by Aaron Rodgers, who won Super Bowl 45 right here in this very stadium.
And in fine fashion, too. The MVP, what did he throw for? Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
Boy, he had a big day, and they needed every bit of that in beating Pittsburgh for another championship for the Green Bay Packers. But when you watch him play, how much fun is it to see him go out there, dissect defenses with not just his arm, but his mind? And I think his ability to move is a huge part of his game.
Rodgers to throw on second down.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Here comes third down at 7.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You give down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because they look like they have things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Prescott.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
And that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
On third down, it's Prescott.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. To throw is Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
Over on on the sideline hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now a dump off here complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Down to about the 45. The Lions at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Detroit.
Rodgers now to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Prescott.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Cowboys 40.
Rodgers going to throw.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Now Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And again, it's Rodgers.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on
on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 30.
Prescott now.
Open man is Duvernay.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, those body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down, Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On play action, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Laporta. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where you see the final score there. Jordan Love, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdowns there for Bijan Robinson. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And that one, all tied. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
And the Lions first down.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 19 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7. A four-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A second down throw for Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They need 2. Here's third down.
3rd and 2.
To throw is Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll go again here with Akers.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Now Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
A 40-yard punt, no return,
and they will take over 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the give, this is Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Now Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard.
Prescott now on 2nd down.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Prescott now. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 26.
A first down throw for Prescott.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
16-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson.
Well, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. Sheds off the tackle. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Luke Schoonmaker.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
And he returns this to the 22. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now Rodgers.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
7 yards there and a first down. Play action now, Prescott. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and a yard. Prescott. That's taken in by Duvernay. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Prescott off play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throws on target to Duvernay. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down, Prescott.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
And again, it's Prescott. That is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Good coverage by Carlton Davis.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A second down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Devin Duvernay from a yard out. And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Aubrey Good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On play action, Rodgers. Oh, it stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
That's taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Rodgers to throw.
That is caught by Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 36 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Important extra point up and through, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Prescott.
And his throw is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Dak.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott.
Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
To throw, Prescott. That is incomplete.
2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whenever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
First down is right.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Gibbs on the toss left. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. But their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
90 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to run his guys to an overtime victory.
And what can Prescott do in the OT? And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
Now Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
That is knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Rodgers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Rodgers pass. Complete to number 81.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Next is score Lions 24. Cowboys 21.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Detroit, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire